What's up, guys? My name is Gilbert, and today I'm bringing you a Hearthstone tutorial. And Hearthstone is a card game, obviously, or I don't know if it's that obvious. It's pretty famous now, so you should know. And it's a game that, I don't think a lot of you that watch my channel play it. At least you didn't, because when I put out some videos several months ago during the closed beta, you didn't seem to be very interested in it. But it's open beta now, and hopefully more of you have tried this out. And if you haven't, please do. It's for free, and it will be free afterwards as well. It's really simple, just to register and battle an account and so on. If I find the link, I'm gonna link the, the beta sign up thing in the description. So yeah, it's really great. But anyway, so in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to draft a good deck in the arena. And I'm in the arena right now, so if you don't remember what the arena was, because I did upload a video several months ago showing you it, but it's basically, it's basically that you choose a class. I haven't even chosen a class yet, so I'm gonna do that soon. And you choose a class, and then you get like 3 cards, and you choose one. You get three other cards, and you choose one, and they're all randomized, so you don't know what card you're gonna get. And then you do that. You go on throughout the process until you got the full deck, which is 30 cards, and then you play basically until you've lost 3 times. And it costs real money, or it costs gold, in-game gold, which is quite hard to come by. It's not that hard, but it's not like you can play an infinite amount of arena, no. So yeah, you probably want to win some arena, because then you get a lot of gold and some good. You can get some good stuff if you win a lot of matches. So, and then you need a good deck, obviously. So anyway, let's get to the topic. So when you draft a deck, you generally want cards with good value. And what is value? Well, it's you can kind of say usefulness instead. So value is a term for how useful a card is. And like for instance, how useful it is, compared to its cost. So they all cost mana, right? So you get mana. You can see here down here there are some numbers for how much cards can cost. So for instance, a good card with a lot of value, that's with a lot of usefulness, and high value is awesome. It's a card that, as for instance, can trade with a lot of other creatures. And trade basically means like you trade. It's hard to explain, but for instance, if your opponent plays a monster, and then you play a monster and kill that monster, then you've traded a 1-for-1, so you've traded that card for your opponent's card. And cards then can trade a lot of creatures, so if you spend like 1 card and your opponent loses like 2 or 3 cards, then that's amazing. So you want those high trading cards basically. And that, that includes spells as well. So if he has to spend 2 spells on a minion to get rid of it, that's a win, because you've traded 2 for 1, it's called. So you want a lot of those. Also, it doesn't always have to be about trading. It can also be about how much damage can you do before it dies and so on. I mean, value isn't as, you don't think about value as much in Constructed as you do in Arena. Because the thing is, like in Constructed, you wanna build like have a certain theme in your deck and like stick to it. So then value, well, it's not the same thing as in Arena. Because in Arena, you don't know what cards you can get, so there are some neutral cards that have a lot of value. So you're gonna try to pick as many neutral cards as possible and not get these gimmicky decks with weird combinations, because you never know what cards that are gonna pop up, basically. And one good way to know that your cards have a lot of value is to follow a value list, so to say. There are rankings that some people have made. There are a lot of them, which it basically ranks cards in Arena, like saying which one is the best and which one is the worst and so on. And there's a really good one that I'm gonna follow today actually. So I'm gonna alt tab a bit to check in it. And I usually use it because I usually use it because it's a good way to learn what cards that are valuable. And you're gonna learn eventually what cards that are of good value. But it's a good way to learn, basically. And I still haven't learned yet. So I'm gonna use a list called, or a ranking maybe, called Anti-Gravity's Arena Draft. I'm gonna link it in the description. I think it's a bit old. It was posted over a month ago on some forum. I don't know. So yeah, some cards, I don't know if it has been updated recently, but it still works out well for me. But yeah, you really shouldn't play with too old, arena rankings. There's one arena ranking called Trump's Arena, drafting thing, and it's pretty old, and you shouldn't use that anymore. But anyway, we're gonna do that, and first we're gonna choose a class, and it doesn't really matter what class you choose. Just choose the class you're comfortable with. Of course, there are some classes that are less, how to say it, they're good even though if they don't get certain cards, and yeah, but really, just choose the class you want. You can do well with every class. It's also about luck, so even if you choose a class that's statistically better in Arena, you can't be sure if you actually get the cards you need anyway, or yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna choose. I think I'm gonna go with the Warrior. It's been a while, and actually, yeah, it's been a while, so I'm gonna choose a Warrior.
Victory or death!
So we start here. So we get 3 cards, and we see, okay, which card is the best? You don't know, because they cost a lot. You might think, like, the first thing you see is that, okay, so this has more attack than these and more health, so this is obviously better. But then if you see, like, okay, this one costs less, so I can play more minions, I can play more cards in a turn if I choose this one. So which one is the best? So let's use the list. I already know which one is the best, but we're gonna use the list. So I'm playing a Warrior, and what's good with this arena drafting is that it's a ranking for all classes. So yeah, I'm gonna go into the Warrior section and see. Okay, so let's go with first one. Sun Fury Protector. Sun Fury. Okay, it's rated as average. And let's go with Secret Keeper, which is probably very bad. Yeah, because Warriors don't have a lot of secrets, and it's like secret spells that pop you place, and it's like a trap. So when your opponent plays something, it might pop up and do bad stuff. And Angry Chicken, that's a really bad card. Angry Chicken, yeah, it's considered bad. And if I didn't say it, the secret thing was also considered bad. So you shouldn't choose these cards. So this is a better card, and yeah, it's a good card. It gives minion taunts. It has pretty good stats. It has 2 attack and 3 health. It can usually be a 2 for 1 if you trade it with first a 1-play minion, because if you trade with like a chicken, you would still have 2 health left. So then you can trade this. You can probably kill another creature with this creature for the remaining health it has left. But we're gonna choose this. Okay, and I'm also gonna talk about not only going for the list. So I probably know which one is the best, but we're gonna see. Or maybe not. Okay, Whirlwind. What is that ranking? Whirlwind. Okay, usually bad. That's actually surprising. Though I don't I know. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't blame him because it does a little. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage. And yeah, well, you really want more out of the card. It's good for damaging your own minions because a lot of warrior minions have like enrages, so you get like more attack if it's damage. So that's good. But I think we're gonna choose the Silverhand Knight because we can get 2 creatures. So this doesn't have really good stats. I mean, this is combined with the thing it summons. It's a 6/6, and that's really good value, I think, because then you can usually trade at least 2 for 1, and that's when you're gonna go for it. You want something that can trade at least 2 for 1. I'm not even gonna search, you know, because I know the freeze may, well, it may seem nice, but it's not really all that useful. Can be, but not generally not. So I'm gonna choose the Silverhand Knight. And okay, the Shield Breaker may seem nice because has 4 health and it's a 1 cost minion compared to all of the other minions. Like this has only 1 health. But the problem is that it doesn't have an attack. If you can add attack to it, then great. I mean, then even if it has 1 attack, it can be pretty useful on earlier turns. But I mean, now it's not gonna trade. So this, for instance, this Murder could kill this, and yeah, it wouldn't die. So that's just a waste of it cost. Of a slot. And obviously this isn't a good card because 2-1, yeah, that's not good. You can get better minions for that, and you can only trade 1 minion for this. So it's too bad to take up a card slot because remember, you only have 30 cards, so you want something that can actually be useful. So we're gonna take the Raffy Weaponsmith because it can usually trade at least 1 for 1, and then you have a weapon that you can trade at least 1 or 2 minions with. So that's nice. And okay, so we're talking about value here. So the War Golem, it has nice stats obviously, but it costs a bit too much in my opinion, and in many others' opinions as well. Because I mean, for 7 you can get a better card. Because for instance, for 6, 1 less, you can get a 6/7. It's a ogre. And I mean, 6 is more than enough attack to, you know, almost kill anything. And it still has as much health, so it can probably trade for as many creatures as the War Golem can. And it costs 1 less, so that's better value, right? And this might be good. I'm actually gonna check the Wolf Rider. I probably know which one I'm gonna choose. Wolf Rider. It's average. Okay, we're gonna check the War Golem as well, because it's not awful. War Golem, it's below average. Okay, so the Wolf Rider actually better. Aesthetic Swamper, this is probably this one. Okay, so yeah, it's considered great, and I don't blame him because it destroys the weapon your opponent is holding. So even if this maybe only trades for 1 creature, I mean, destroying that weapon, that will be so great if it has a lot of charges, because that means it's not gonna be able to kill your creatures with it. So you pretty much save cards, and it gives you value. This is a high value card. Good example. Okay, so now Ironbeak Owl working in Infiltrate Scarlet Crusader. We're gonna check the list. Maybe I should speed things up a bit. Yeah. Okay, so Ironbeak Owl, good to silence. Doesn't trade very well though. Working Infiltrate is a great card, though. Yeah, it can trade. That thing is that with it that it can trade with almost anything, because it's stealthed. So if you play some turn 1 and your opponent plays something in turn after, you're gonna, and it normally won't have more than 2 health. So if it has 2 health, then it trade, and you traded 1 for a 2 cost minion, and that's great. And Scarlet Crusader, obviously, if it doesn't get hit by hero power, it's almost always a 2 for 1, and that's what you want. So we're gonna choose the Scarlet Crusader, and also keep in mind that we have to keep an eye on the mana curve. So this Priestess Saloon, it does bad stats, and that 4 health, that doesn't really help you a lot in the long run. So we're not gonna choose that. That's bad value. And this can be good if you have any spells. Unfortunately, we don't have any spells, so that's not good value either. And Iron for a Grizzly, it's not that good, really. I mean, 3 for 3, that doesn't trade for a lot of creatures. And yeah, it dies too easily, basically. But we're gonna choose anyway, because all of our alternatives suck. Okay, Execute. We're probably gonna have Execute, because this can kill anything as long as it's damaged. This is also a great card, returning a minion from the field, because that might give you some great synergy. Example, if you play this one, and then when you've used the weapon, you use this to take it back, then it doesn't also... I mean, if it's damaged, it gets full health when it's played, but you also get another weapon, so that's great. But we're gonna choose an Execute, because you really need one. It's a good removal. Okay, so... Bell Rage, Acolyte of Pain, Stormy Night. This is really good value, because if you have a lot of damaged creatures, it says draw a card for each damage-friendly character. It can give a lot of cards, and yeah, then it's great value. But if you don't have, then it's bad. And this can be good if you have a good way of damaging it. And unfortunately, I don't as a warrior, so that's not too good. See, how long have I been talking? I know I'm not following the list a lot now, but I think it's better if I actually talk instead of just clicking the list, because I think you learn more from that. So yeah, I don't know. But I check the list from time to time, I'm sure. The Stormy Night is also great. I think we're gonna choose Stormy Night. I'm gonna see. Storm, Wind, Night. This rated average. It's an Echo Light. The Echo Light also rated average. And then the Battle Rage. Okay, all are rated average. We obviously need some card draw, and very often card draw is basically that you draw an extra card except the card you draw every turn. And I've elected some card draws in some runs, so I think we have to choose one. We're gonna choose a Battle Rage because the Agilite Pain is not that good in this deck. Okay, so if Earthen Ring, okay, Murloc, this is bad. Bad as I explained. This can be good, but it's very situational. I'm gonna see where it's on the list. Rampage, usually bad. So yeah, situational. Earthen Ring Fire, so it's probably pretty good. Okay, it's considered good. So we're gonna choose that because you can heal. This also gives great value. So it can trade at least 1 for 1, and it restores free health to minions. So that means that that million you're healing will probably be able to trade for another creature. And trading, I mean, I'm talking a lot about trading. That's really the key in most cases, because if you have a good, if you can trade, make good trades, you're gonna get damage through anyway. So okay, upgrade. That only have 1 weapon though. Commanding Shout, maybe Commanding Shout. That can be good value. Command above average. Okay. And the upgrade. This is bad because I mean you're gonna have to dump a lot of cards to get this, give it a high attack, so it's not good. Okay, but upgrade can be good if you have a lot of weapons. Okay, so it's considered average as well. We don't actually have a lot of weapons, so I think I'm gonna choose Commanding Shout. Okay, so Fireworks. Okay, we should have chosen the other thing. Oh god damn it. This is a great value card. You can play this on turn 2 and it kills pretty much anything your opponent plays in like turn 2 or 3. So that's great value. So that's a 2 for 1 mostly. And we also got some other great cards. Fang Creepers also gives a lot of value. But yeah, because it has a lot of health and it can kill most weak creatures at least. The problem is that in later games, if this is played on turn 5, your opponent goes to turn 6, he plays a creature with 6 attack and a lot of health, this is gonna die to it, and the other creature won't even die. And this is also a great card, it gives card draw, but I can't resist the Fireworks, this is great. Okay, so also got some good cards. Guru Bash Berserk, I don't know where it's on the list. Guru average, okay. It's good if you can enrage it because it takes damage. It's good, but I don't have a good way of doing it as well. At least not now. Warriors do have it actually, but I don't for the moment. And we could take an Earth from Farseer, but maybe Shield Block. We need some card draw. Okay, so Shield Block. It's below average. Yeah, I know. I kind of like it, so I'm gonna choose it anyway. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna choose another Fireworks. Okay, I'm not even gonna bother explaining. Okay, this might be good because we have some axes. But the thing is that, yeah, no, this is a pretty good creature, but this was bad before, and it's pretty good because I mean, giving it charge, which means that usually minion can't attack the turn it's played. It's so-called sleeping, but if you have a minion with charge, it can attack the turn it's played, so that's great. And I'm gonna say War Song Commander, War Song above average, and Spiteful, is it Spiteful Smith? Yeah, Spiteful Smith. It's actually considered good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it. I mean, a minion with 3 or less attack, it was better before it used to include all creatures, but now, yeah, it's not as good anymore. Okay, Rampage was usually bad, it says. Shield Block, already have one. Maybe Ancient Brewmaster, I think that's pretty good. Okay, usually good, and yeah, it has the return a minion to the hand, which I explained why that can be good, and also it does some damage, so it can trade for some pretty high-end creatures, so to say. So we can choose it. Okay, I think this is pretty easy to choose. I'm not gonna even look at the list. So despite this is bad, it probably, most cases, it won't kill anything, and it dies to everything. So this is straight out awful. The Invoking Infiltrator was good, as I said, but though I think we have it pretty good early game, but we don't have any silence, and this can silence, like, this is good because it can silence a big creature. And yeah, where am I going? Yeah, it can silence a big creature and often trade at least for one pretty high-end or mid-game creature with a lot of health. So this is good card. It used to be better, but it's still good. Okay, are we gonna use another execute? The thing is about execute is that I don't actually have a good way of damaging, you know, like, okay, I have some fire war axes, but if I'm facing a big creature, I really don't want to hit him in the face, I mean the creature, with it myself, because then I take tons of damage. Maybe the charge, actually, because if I play the charge with someone, I can use, I don't know, I'm gonna see where's the charge. Usually bad, yeah, well, it's not the best. I mean, you can get charges in better ways. We're gonna choose this. I mean, this is just too good value, as I explained earlier. Okay, so all of these cards are pretty bad. Okay, Iron Forge Rifleman. I'm gonna below average. An Argent Squire. Not that good. I mean, it's great with the Divine Shield if you can buff it, but I can't in this deck for the most part. And it's below average as well. It doesn't usually trade very well either. Novice Engineer, it's not. It used to be better because it had 2 health, but below average as well. Okay, so all cards are below average. This at least gives me some card draw, so I'm considering choosing this, so I think I'm gonna do that. Okay, so Slam and Corcoran Relic. This is a great card. Can as charge, you can attack directly. Say Corcoran. It's considered great. That's the second best tire in the ranking list. Abusive Sergeant, no, not that great. Doesn't trade very well, and the 2 damage attack. I don't know. Nah, I don't like this card. Don't think it's that much value. And Slam is pretty good, I think. Slam. Usually good, but yeah, I think we can't pass a Corcoran Elite, so we're gonna choose it. Stampeding Code, Ancient Mage, this Crest Alchemist. So Stampeding Code is pretty good value, because it can usually trade for at least 1 for 1, 2 for 2, depending on if it's end game or early game creatures. It's considered great, and it can also, if it's played and there's an enemy minion with 2, wait, now I messed something up, yeah, with 2 attack or less, it dies instantly, so that's a free creature, like, basically, free kill. So a Crazed Alchemist can't be too good. Below average, yeah, can be good in some circumstances when you're trading, but yeah, the Stamping Code is just too great. And okay, I think we need a Cruel Taskmaster, because this may seem bad that you deal 1 damage to a minion, but you also give it 2 attack, and we need ways of damaging, because we can also use it with the Execute we got. So if we damage an opponent minion, we can use Execute on him, so that's great if we can get that. We can also, we don't have any enraged creatures. We can actually use on this, because if this gets damage, our weapon gets more attack. So this is good value, and I can trade for 1 for 1 at least in early game. Okay, I think we're getting a bit high on 2s. So Mad Bomber, this is great. It can be great, but also be awful, because 3 damage, it's split randomly between all characters. That includes your enemies, himself, his minions, your minions, and yourself. So it can kill your own stuff, but it's usually pretty good. I mean, even if it's random which target it hits, I mean, statistically it's okay, and I mean it's still a 3-2, so its stats are pretty good as well. But we have so many 2s, so we're gonna choose this one, because this is great value as well. And Imp Master can be great if you can buff it, because it gives an imp every turn. So if you have like a Sword of Justice as Paladin, which gives 1 attack and 1 health every turn, the imps can get really great, and then it's a lot of value, but don't think it's in this card. I'm gonna see. It's still not awful, but it's considered good. Okay, and that was better than the Crest Alchemist. And the Murloc is bad. The thing about Murlocs is that they all most often synergize with each other, so they buff each other. But the thing is also that you can't be sure, you can't guarantee that you're gonna get a Murloc, so yeah, we're gonna pass that. We're gonna choose the Imp Master. We're gonna speed things up a bit, because I've been talking for way too long, seriously. And okay, Inner Rage or Corcoran Leads? What's the Inner Rage? Bad. Yeah, I don't know, I don't think it's bad, but Corcoran Leads is probably better. Okay, Arcanite. Okay, this is, now we're talking. Arcanite, it's considered great, and yeah, it can kill most stuff. Even though you take damage yourself, you can armor up, and it can usually be 2 for 1, so that's great. So we're gonna choose that. And you don't wanna hit 2 strong minions either. Okay, should we choose another Corcoran Elite? We don't have a lot of spells, but it's a really nice card, really. Okay, what's the Razor Fan Hunter? Razor Fan Hunter. Yeah, average. And it's average. It has, you can get a better attack, because a 2 cost minion usually has this attack, and the boar it isn't all that great by itself. So we're gonna choose the Corcoran, and I explained this earlier, it doesn't trade very well for its cost. So it doesn't have a lot of value. And I'm not gonna choose this, as I explained earlier, it doesn't trade well. This isn't all that much value, because I mean the enrage may seem great, but the thing is that it has way too little health for it to activate in most cases. So it usually dies when it gets hit, so then it won't activate. And its stats are pretty bad, so it's not a good taunt either, so though we don't have a lot of taunts, but I think we're gonna screw that, to be honest. And Archmage, even if, I mean, it's a really solid card. With 7 health, it can trade for at least 2 minions in most cases, and it says its attack is high enough to kill most minions. I mean, at least most mid/early game minions. And yeah, even if we don't have any cards that benefit from spell power, it's still a great card, so we can choose that. This is bad, even if it's a 0 cost minion. It doesn't trade well, it dies to everything, it's bad. Never choose this. And I explained earlier, this is not very good, doesn't trade very well, and yeah, the Battle Cry isn't great. 1 damage isn't that great. This is a much better card. And okay, should we just choose another Execute or a cool? We don't have a lot of big removal. We have some charges, that's the thing. Direwolf Alpha, it's also not that bad, but we have so many early game minions. Oh, maybe do we? I think we have enough, at least. So, I don't know, I'm just gonna choose this Execute, because I want some big removal. Okay. Armor Smith is usually pretty good here. Though this is really good if you have a lot of card draw, because if you have a lot of card in your hands and get this can get a lot of health, and then it can trade for a lot of creatures, and that means high value. But so, this is actually the last card we're choosing, it seems like. So let's choose wisely. So this can be good, it can give you a lot of health, armor, and that's basically the same thing as health. And this actually gives you card as well. And we don't have too much card draw, and it may be situational, but I mean, your minions that attack, they can't die that turn, so that can give some pretty good trades. I'm gonna see what the Twilight Drake ranking is. It's considered great, and that's why I'm thinking of actually picking it. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it. Okay, so we chosen a lot of cards. I don't know how good is it. It's hard to say sometimes. We didn't get a lot of spells or a lot of enraged creatures. not good ones at least. So yeah, maybe not all that great of deck, but you know, you can't always be lucky with the deck you're drafting. I mean, you can't know what cards you're gonna get on the forehand. So yeah, but you still know, kind of, maybe you have a better understanding of how I'm thinking when I'm doing the drafting. So in the next video I'm gonna play with this deck, like one match at least, or maybe a few, I don't know, we're gonna see, and kind of explain how you should think when you make these trades and how you get the most value out of a card. But yeah, that will be for next video, and this has been a really long video, so yeah, a bit too long actually, but felt like this was necessary for this video, and I really wanted to make this sort of video. But yeah, hope you learned it, and please, if you're unsure, just check the anti-gravities or any other Hearthstone ranking arena deck list to see what cards you should choose. And also use your own brain, because they're not always correct. It's just other people's opinions. But yeah, I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.